I don't feel like putting an opening clip on this video because I've already received two strikes from YouTube for talking about Steve Harvey and shit. I've received two strikes, literally two strikes on like one of my channels. So, he's an op, okay? He's boule, he's something, okay? I have spanked the shit out of Steve Harvey's monkey ass with my commentary and shit and received immediate blowback and shit. Okay, one video never saw light of day where I eviscerated him in a way that they, my listeners and viewers that they're very familiar with and shit. It would be the greatest burn of all time, but it will never be seen. And it was even knocked off of Instagram. So that being said, I don't feel like putting an opening clip, but I want to comment on his behavior during the election cycle that makes me throw up in my mouth. Okay, it makes me throw up in my fucking mouth. All right, I'm tired of Steve Harvey. I'm tired of hearing him talk. He's a Mississippi nigga. Okay, with some ducats in his pocket, 3 pieces of silver in his pocket and shit. I shit on him because he is a foundational black American, 3Ks and set and shit. Okay, he's representative of everything that's wrong with our community and shit, and what happened to it. Right at the cusp of the rise of Generation X and shit, a lot of these boomers sold us down the road for a bag and shit, and they keep doing that to this day, and we don't have checks and balances for them and shit. How can I be excited about this election cycle and using my black vote and shit for who? Exactly. Like, who's offering us anything as a people and shit? And why should we go and pull a lever down and shit, okay? All of these ops and shit have been citing the old civil rights icons and shit, and it's tired of shit. I don't need to say that, okay? We know what we experience. We know where we're sitting and where we're living, what we see out our windows, what we see in our wallets and our accounts and everything. And it's a big fat nothing, okay? And they're going to get indignant with me and shit because I want to sit on my motherfucking couch. All right? They want to get indignant. Steve Harvey, you get on my fucking nerves. You get on my nerves, your big ass dentures and shit, and your bold doorknob looking head. Okay? I don't need to put an opening clip on this commentary. It's just an op-ed piece and shit. I'm just sick and fucking tired of your coon ass. You have stabbed everyone you ever worked with. Everyone that ever called you a friend, you have stabbed them in the back and shit. And you've done all kinds of egregious things and shit and put yourself out there and shit. And it's just, you've damaged relationships. You're one of the contributing rare male factors to the deterioration of relations between men and women and shit in the late 90s through the 2000s and shit with your stupid book. They gave validation to masculine women and shit, and your behavior. This fucking guy on one of his radio shows, his staff was ordered not to look at him directly and shit, and not to talk to him after he fired all of them and shit, that they had worked together for a decade or so. Yeah, this real shit, man. This some big country fed, big teeth, big dentures teeth, knob head motherfucker and shit, with no love for nobody but himself. And I don't even think he loves his fucking wife that he paid for. I don't think he loves her. She's just an object to him and shit. And, hey girl, get in where you fit in, right? We live in a fucked up Orwellian, flipped upside down, inverted society and shit. And you got these ops and shit. They are the worst ops. Recently I heard Ricky Smiley, crying about the election and shit on this radio station. Fake crying and shit. Crocodile tears from the boule. And while he was crying, he was going on a diatribe, and he named every one of his contemporaries and his Confederates, the Judases to the black community in that diatribe. It's fucking funny as shit. And he's just an idiot. If I was the guy behind the curtain, a white guy that paid him to do all this dumb shit, I would be facepalming. It's cringe for the Illuminati that paid his dumb ass to start talking and shit, okay? Kamala Harris doesn't care. She's oblivious. All she wants to do is just sit in that chair. It's ceremonial for her too, as well as all these opposites, her sorority of, whores, her fraternity, her sorority of, Well, maybe we should say fraternity since they're masculinized and shit. I can't even really say that about Kamala shit. I don't find her masculine or whatnot. I think she's just floating down. You know, she's getting by and shit with no political acumen whatsoever that would qualify her to lead this goddamn country. She doesn't deserve to be the fucking president. This is not an endorsement for Donald Trump, and fuck you people for making me say that. I came on here because, you know, I want to really go in on Steve Harvey, but, you know, I've been working on my channel trying to get to 1,000 viewers, and, you know, I really can't have Steve's monkey ass mucking up the works, even if he never knew I existed or even heard this shit in any respect or had any knowledge of me. He still takes something away, okay? And, you know, me personally speaking, I'm tired of people taking things from me and shit, and rest assured, you motherfuckers out there are not gonna like it when that rabbit gets that fucking elephant gun. Okay? You're not gonna like it. You're gonna pray for death. Okay? You're gonna pray for death and shit. You take them 2 pieces out of the 3, put it over your fucking eyelids and shit, and get that coffin ready. Alright? And before I go, I would like to apologize to Steve Harvey's wife, Marjorie. I would like to apologize to Marjorie and shit, you know, because I've, you know, been looking at some things and, you know, I realized that, you know, Marjorie Harvey and Lori deserve everything they can get out of Steve. All right. And I realized that Marjorie is basically Steve's beard.
How'd you get in here?
If that's the question you're asking, you're in worse shape than I thought, boy.
Johnny? Are you that?
Bushmaster. Them call me Bushmaster now.
Phil, your brother said you would never come here.
And your brother told me he'd never do business with a Stokes. I want him. He went to a meeting with her and ended up dead.
You don't tell me for my business or what's right for my business. Out of nowhere. You talk rude to me?
No. I speak at you, not to you. You're soft and weak.
You talk tough. Think you can take out Mariah Dillard? Take over Harlem?
Mariah Stokes. Mariah Stokes. Harlem is mine. I'm a birthright, you know? Anybody want to leave? Now's the time. Oh, you stay? Good. We have work to do.
The Black Patriarchy. A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3K's inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the black patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.